Honestly, can we just replace these characters with furniture?
これでもくらえ
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 useless anime heroes. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at the anime protagonists who might as well have not been there, given how little they contributed. Prepare yourselves for some light spoilers ahead, along with so many wasted spaces. Seriously, why were these guys even a thing?
La muerte.
Number 10, Max, Pokemon.
Just fine, everything's okay, and especially good with the Pokénav. Gotta go!
Ah yes, the infamous fourth wheel that no one was asking for.
If you'd used Quick Attack, you would have avoided Twin Needle.
What are you talking about? If I just went charging in.
Yeah, well, whatever. I have to remember you're still in training.
Look, we all know how the formula is supposed to go. Ash shows up in a new region, gets himself a Brock clone, as well as a token female companion who most of the time deals with beauty contests. So, what was the point in having the walking encyclopedia?
Yeah, that sounds good. Oh!
He barely participated in any battles during his travels and tended to act like a brat the rest of the time. We don't need useless information on every Pokemon we see, Max. That's what the Pokédex is for.
Oh, thank you, Norman.
No way! Max, what's wrong? Where are you going?
Number 9, Smokey. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Battle Tendency.
無茶なやつとは分かっていたがこれほどと街中でいきなり
Look, we're not saying that Joseph Joestar shouldn't have multiple sidekicks, even if Caesar will always be best boy. It's just that we'd like them to be, you know, useful.
よースモーキーとうとう捕まえたぜ現行犯だこの黒人野郎が
You can make the claim that Smokey was supposed to be the moral center of the group, perhaps some kind of replacement for Speedwagon. But since Speedwagon was actually in the show, it just makes him look like a tag-along.
スモーキーいるんじゃねえ
もう見ちまった神様おいらもう悪いことしません
Sorry, Smokey, but as it stands, you're the next gen Poco. Look at it this way, at least you've got your own epilogue.
スモーキー・ブラウンは苦学しながらも大学へ行き政治学を修めそして後に故郷ジョージアで初の黒人市長となる
Number 8, Hathaway Noah, Mobile Suit Gundam, Char's Counterattack.
I'm gonna get her back!
Hathaway
You would have thought that the son of the legendary Earth Federation commander and Gundam icon Bright Noah would have done all he could to have measured up to his father's legacy. Well, he didn't.
You can go to my quarters if you get scared. Sure, thanks, Dad.
With Char rallying the last of Zeon's forces, it provided the perfect opportunity for Hathaway to step up, only for him to spend the whole movie arguing with everyone, fanning over quests, and even killing Amuro's new love interest.
You grown-ups don't know what you're doing. That's why you can destroy Earth without a second thought. Out the way!
If only he received a few more of his father's infamous slaps. Number 7, Index. A certain magical index.
I am impressed. In this short of a time, you've already untied 2 knots.
Honestly, why do we need another female lead when we have Misaka? You know, the character who was so badass and endearing she got her own spin-off. The one who makes a far better waifu. And above all else, can actually get shit done by herself. Same can't be said for Index, who constantly needs Toma to weigh on her hand and foot in both daily life as well as when enemy espers are at the gate.
I've heard that going without food for a while actually makes it taste even better.
Maybe if the rest of the ladies in the show weren't awesome and capable examples, we might not have cared so much. But they are. And we do.
Yes, thank you. Sandwiches are my favorite.
Number 6, Lucy, Fairy Tail.
ともかく私もこれで戦えるってこと。
ドレスってさすが僕の嫁。
She's spunky, obviously beautiful, and cares deeply about the rest of her guild. Unfortunately for our dear Lucy, she just might be one of the least useful members of Fairy Tail.
レグルスルーシー
It's certainly not for lack of trying, but she struck out more times than the rest, especially when you compare her triumphs to the likes of Erza, and Juvia, and Mirajane, and Wendy, and Levi, and all of his summons.
And she's down. Looks like that's it for Lucy Heartfilia.
Okay, point is she's not exactly the best when it comes to the mage thing. Kudos for hanging in there, but she really could have used some of Erza's training.
Jeez, I feel so completely useless.
Aw, come on. You gotta stay positive.
Number 5, Chad, Bleach.
This is Diablo. Brazo Izquierdo del Diablo.
He's a lovable giant who had the potential to become an awesome character in his own right, and yet was denied at every single turn, mostly in the form of losing battles.
Your attacks are obviously the latter type.
Excluding all the filler, he's only clocked one decent win against an Arrancar subordinate, all before hopping back on the losing train.
Damn you.
Never progressing as a character outside of punching things for his friends, Chad just feels like a colossal opportunity wasted, kinda like the human equivalent of the Fullbringer arc.
Chad, get up! Chad, speak to me!
Number 4, Sakura Haruno, Naruto. The younger version, the younger version, the younger version. We're talking about the younger version of Sakura, before she finally grew up and became a somewhat competent character in Shippuden.
I'm not a little academy student anymore. I'm Sakura Haruno, Kunoichi in training.
Now that that's out of the way, good lord was she a terrible character in her early days. Governed by a naive infatuation with Sasuke, pretty limited in her shinobi abilities, right up until the time skip, Sakura was all talk, no action.
I think I overdid it a bit.
If she hadn't matured, we can safely say she jumped to the top of a lot of fans' lists.
Way to go, Sakura. You let everybody down again. What good are you?
Number 3, Tristan Taylor, Yu-Gi-Oh!
Defeating the Big Five will be like a walk in the park.
His voice may give him super strength, but that doesn't stop him from being the useless member of Yugi's party.
Tristan, you can't punch out a boulder! I'm gonna try!
Yes, we're including Taya, Duke Devlin, and even Serenity in that equation. While Tristan might be a swell guy, when it comes to playing a children's card game, which, let's be honest, is do or die in this show, he is sorely lacking.
So, how you been, Tristan? Talk later, run now! Right.
His heroic sacrifice during Noah's filler arc might have won others over, but outside of trying to make the moves on Joey's little sister, he hasn't really accomplished much in his tenure.
Look, man, she means me.
You've got to do something about that breath.
Number 2, Chris Thorndike, Sonic X.
How can you blame people alive today for things that happened 50 years ago? Can't you see it's not fair?
Imagine every anime boy that sticks to their respective main character like glue, throw in Sega's poster boy, multiply the annoyance factor by 100, and what do you get? Christopher Bloody Thorndike.
What is this?
Cat food.
Outside of having major parental issues, way too much time on his hands, and a somewhat creepy obsession with Sonic, Chris proved himself to be more incompetent at times than even Dr. Eggman.
I hope they make it in time.
I wish there was something we could do to help Sonic and the others.
The fact that an anime about one of gaming's oldest icons even included humans is already up for debate, but why did one of them have to be a brat who inserted himself into every defining moment in Sonic's legacy? By this point, we're sure Sonic would settle for more Amy.
Hey, no tears.
Number 1, Yamcha, Dragon Ball series.
Keep your chin up, you sound distressed, old man.
In the beginning, he was nothing more than a cocky martial artist who tried getting it on with Bulma and ended up getting knocked out by Kami.
Yamcha!
In Dragon Ball Z, before losing Bulma to a formerly genocidal Saiyan, he was famously blown to pieces by a Cyberman and never quite managed to recover his dignity.
Kamikaze. No way to defend.
By the time Super came around, he's been pushed to the back as nothing more than occasional comic relief. When you've been outshined by Mr. Satan, then you know you've fallen on hard times.
Well, I'm glad we won, you guys. But I think I just gave new meaning to the term sacrifice.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.